What happens to us when we lie? What happens to our bodies? What happens to our energetic field when we tell a lie? And what happens when we are somebody who tells lies often, frequently, maybe lives a lie? I got curious about this topic because I was listening to a podcast the other day. I can't remember what it's called, but I am going to insert a clip because this clip was really interesting, and it was showing the host and the guest doing muscle testing. So, a type of muscle testing is when you put your hand out, somebody else tries to push the arm down. The person with the hand out tries to resist as they say something that is either true or false. The body responds to truth by being strong. So they would push down and it would stay up. The body responds to something false with weakness. So you push and your hand goes down no matter how hard you try to keep it up. I will insert the clip now so we can watch the demonstration of this on that podcast, and also you get the information of where you can watch it yourself. So let's watch that now.
Much separation. And for me, one of the things I talked about in the way of integrity is that when we lie, our bodies get very. So, like I could do a simple little hokey test with you where I could, oh, you want to do it? Okay. So stick your arm out and hold it up. Don't let me push it down. Let me push it. Okay, got that. Now I want you to do that while lying. And the lie I'd like you to say is, I love to vomit. Okay. I love to vomit. Say it holding your arm up. Yeah. I love to vomit. Why? That's so weird. Now say I love fresh air. I love fresh air. Now I'm trying my very hard. Let's say it again. I love fresh air. Now say I love to vomit. I love to vomit. Why is that? That's so strange. It's why polygraph machines work.
So it got me thinking about, wow, I never realized that lying at a greater level, let's say, lying to ourselves, lying in life to others, maybe keeping up a lie, living a lie, what an impact that might have on us physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Now, if we look at body changes of a lie, we know that we go into a sort of fight or flight response because your heart rate raises, your blood pressure raises, you have faster breathing, sweating, and muscle tension all come up when you are in a stress response of lying. Now imagine that you're somebody who is always lying, or as we mentioned earlier, living a lie. And imagine that your body is always going to be under a stress response state because you are not living truthfully. Not only that, energetically, you're causing imbalance and distortion and disruption of your energetic field. And later, you'll see a channeling I did asking the Arcturians about lying and how it impacts us. And they mention that when you are impacting your energetic field in this way, you are then impacting the ability to fulfill on your greater potential as a human, in your human design, and as a soul, let's say. They also mention the impact that it has on your relationships, which again falls in line with the idea that you're creating a lower frequency in the space between you and another person when you're lying to them. So the greater potential of what's possible between you and what could be created gets weakened. And because of that, I would say that it makes it harder to connect to others and possibly creates energetic barriers in relationship to yourself and to others on a deeper level. Thank you for this question, my dear one. Yes. So we are aware that being human is going to entail the experience of lying, and that this is oftentimes done in a circumstance of perhaps protecting oneself And at times it is also done unconsciously, let's say, where there's an experience of perhaps lying to oneself in order to, again, protect oneself. So we have compassion with the idea of lying. And lying here, we are speaking of when someone is telling a false uh, narrative. And a false narrative can show up in a variety of ways. And again, these false narratives are oftentimes only done in order to provide yourselves with some type of protection. And so this is where we have compassion for our human companions. So we would like to say that yes, uh, when a human lies, there is an energetic field that is impacted. And the impact is that it creates a lower vibration and a lower frequency. So, what does this mean? Well, when a frequency has been lowered, it is not as strong and does not have the capacity to reach its full potential. So, to reach your full potential, my dear one, we are speaking of you have abilities within your human design that are now weakened. Clarity is decreased. Mental strength is decreased. Physical strength is decreased. Spiritual and emotional capacity is decreased. And not just this, but the energetic field within you that carries the potential for so much more that you are aware of, uh, it is decreased. So if you are, let's say in this particular community, as we look upon you and see who will be watching this video, we know that many of you are very intrigued and excited about psychic abilities, about connecting with your energetic centers, with the potential of expansion and ascension, so to speak. Well, if your bodies are experiencing a lie, you are thereby decreasing the potential for these things to happen. The frequency is lowered, and it's very simple in terms of frequency is lowered. Therefore, your potential, your greater potential, is a little more out of reach, let's say. So these abilities have a harder time to come online because the frequency is not aligned with truth. Yes, and truth is quite pure. Truth is very uh, aligned with the fulfillment of your purpose. So when one lies, let's say to oneself, let's think about this over and over and over again, perhaps being in a circumstance that causes them great sadness, or being in a circumstance that causes them to not feel safe or heard, uplifted, and yet they stay there and they tell themselves a narrative that helps them get through the circumstance, that helps them stay in the circumstance. But the truth is that the body is telling you what the truth is, and it will present truth in a way that causes dysfunction of the body. Many of you may already be familiar with this. So you may begin to feel pain. You may begin to feel low energy. You may begin to feel that sleep is more difficult. Digestion becomes difficult. Headaches begin to appear. A variety of symptoms may come up when the body is experiencing a misalignment or an imbalance due to it knowing the truth within you and you not living out that truth. So here we see how physiological symptoms are impacted. But not just this, as we spoke of energetically, you are impacted. So that means that these beautiful, great abilities will not come online. And we would also say that the space between you and others is going to be impacted. So there is a purity missing from relationship. There is integrity missing from relationship. There is a possibility for creation missing from relationship. And this can be with self or with others. When you are lying, there is a weakness between you, the space between you. And again, just like within your own bodies, the potential, the greater potential for relationship and what it could blossom into, you could create together, the potential of creation between two people is lost because the frequency between you is low, it is weakened. And while we understand that lying is simply a way for humans to feel safe, we would like to remind you that there is a consequence for lying, and it is an impact on your physical, energetic, and spiritual alignment. The pathways close off, so to speak, to what is possible. The greater possibility, the greater potential is thwarted, let's say, because the pathways are not charged with a high frequency, with the pure frequency of honesty and truth. So think about this, dear ones, and see or begin to experience the beautiful aspects of truth and how that brings on a freedom for you, how that rises within you, how practice of honesty and truth create new pathways for you. You begin to see new possibility right before you. Thank you for this opportunity to share this information with you. This has been the Ninth Dimension Arcturian Council. So thanks for watching today's video. I hope this was of interest to you. I feel like it's really important to just remind ourselves that even a small lie, an internal lie or an external lie, is going to have an impact on us and the people around us. And to also stay in tune with your body and its symptoms or sensations, because the body is always honest, right? The mind is going to play with us. The mind is going to tell us stuff that's not true. The mind is also going to perhaps talk us into telling a lie so that we can save face, or we can look good, or we can just protect ourselves from something that we feel threatened by. But remember, there's a greater impact occurring when a lie is told. So just keep that in mind when you feel that you might want to go tell a lie. All right, thanks for watching and have a wonderful weekend. I'll see you next week. Bye.